New York City, 1957. Fog rolled low over the East River, swallowing lights, swallowing footsteps, swallowing secrets. No man felt more at home in that fog than Albert Anastasia, the feared boss of the Murder Inc. syndicate and senior leader of the Gambino crime family. People whispered his name, judges avoided eye contact, witnesses disappeared, rivals vanished. Anastasia had earned his reputation long before he ever sat at the top table. He truly believed fear created order, and order created profit. His soldiers followed him without hesitation. His enemies crossed the street when they saw his car. The newspapers called him Lord High Executioner, and even they chose their words carefully. He was a king of shadows who was never meant to die in a chair. Part 2, Cracks in the Empire. The world around Anastasia had changed. Younger bosses did not fear him anymore. They feared his unpredictability. He made decisions alone, often impulsively. His rivals began to sense weakness in the chaos he created. Among those who watched him carefully was Carlo Gambino, the quiet, disciplined underboss who learned to stay patient. Some said Gambino studied Anastasia the way a snake studies a bird. Another threat came from Vito Genovese, who wanted full control in New York. Genovese believed Anastasia stood in the way of his ambition and pushed for a more organized, business-like mafia. Pressure increased. Tensions grew. The commission whispered in dark rooms. Meanwhile, Anastasia believed he was untouchable. He was wrong. Part 3, The Missing Envelope. 2 weeks before the killing, an armored truck robbery shook Manhattan. A small crew stole $70,000 in cash. Anastasia believed the robbers had cheated him out of a share. Witnesses claimed he personally executed 2 of them in the basement of a Brooklyn building. Police reports never confirmed this. The underworld confirmed it many times over. This single act tilted the balance. Rival bosses felt Anastasia had once again drawn too much heat. Money could be replaced, soldiers could be replaced, but unnecessary police attention could not. Things moved quickly after that. Meetings took place in quiet Italian restaurants. Phone lines crackled with coded messages. A plan formed. Carlo Gambino, ever patient, never raised his voice. Vito Genovese, ever ambitious, never showed his hand. Together, they set events in motion that would reshape the entire Mafia world. Part 4, The Barbershop. October 25th, 1957. A cold morning, warm sunlight reflected off the windows of the Park Sheraton Hotel on 7th Avenue. Albert Anastasia entered the lobby with his bodyguard, Rudolph Sciallo. He felt relaxed. This was his routine. A shave, a haircut, a moment of quiet before the meetings of the day. The barber shop smelled of shaving cream and leather chairs. The radio hummed a soft tune. Men chatted about baseball scores while reading the morning papers. Anastasia removed his coat and sat in the central chair. He leaned back, closed his eyes, trusted the room. His bodyguard stepped outside to buy a newspaper. This was the moment the killers had been waiting for. Part 5, The Hitmen Arrive. 2 men walked into the shop. Their faces were covered with scarves. Their hats were pulled low. They looked like ordinary customers in the morning crowd. No one raised suspicion. No one screamed. No one moved. The first gunman approached from the left. The second approached from the right. Anastasia sensed movement behind him and tried to rise, but the sheet over his chest tangled around his arms. His reflection in the mirror became distorted by fear and confusion. He reached for the figure in the mirror, thinking it was an attacker. His instincts betrayed him. He lunged at a reflection instead of a real threat. Gunshots exploded in the room. Loud, violent, final. 7 bullets tore into Anastasia's chest, shoulders, and back. A final shot cracked glass. The mirror shattered. The barber dove to the floor. Customers ran into corners. The shop filled with smoke. The gunman fled through the lobby and vanished into a waiting car that disappeared into morning traffic. The entire attack lasted 11 seconds. Part 6: The City Shakes. News spread across New York faster than the smoke cleared from the barbershop. Panic rippled through soldiers, captains, and bosses. If a man as feared as Anastasia could die in a barber chair, then anyone could die anywhere. Reporters crowded the sidewalk. Police swarmed the hotel. Detectives whispered theories. Street talk went wild. Some blamed the Genovese family. Others blamed Gambino. A few believed the government ordered the hit to destabilize the families. No one spoke the truth out loud. No one ever confessed. The silence told the real story. Part 7: The Aftermath. Carlo Gambino attended Anastasia's funeral with a somber expression and a respectful bow of the head. His face remained unreadable. His hands remained folded. 2 weeks later, he quietly assumed full leadership of the family. Years passed. No killer was ever charged. No witness ever came forward. No clues ever surfaced. The case became a symbol of Mafia precision, a message written in bullets, a warning carved into the history of New York. Anastasia's death marked the end of the old world, the era of brutal executioners, impulsive orders, and unchecked rage. The new world belonged to men like Gambino, quiet, patient, calculating. Epilogue: The King Who Forgot the Mirrors. Detectives later reconstructed the final moments. Anastasia lunged at his own reflection, blinded by instinct and confusion. He died fighting a ghost. The fallen king of Murder, Inc. met his end, not in a dark alley or a battlefield of crime, but in the soft leather of a barber's chair, under warm lights in front of a mirror that showed him the truth too late. The underworld learned a lesson that day. Power fades, fear shifts, loyalty bends, mirrors never lie, and in the Mafia, no throne stays occupied forever. If you made it to the end, thank you. Please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me create more stories like this one, because some secrets are still waiting to be heard.